Hey there everyone, Luke here, and yeah, we're at the 5-year anniversary of Witch Watch. Like, God, can you believe it? 5 years already of this incredible series, with possibly another 2 years to go. At this rate, it wouldn't surprise me if it goes on for another 2 years. Like, we're here in 2 years' time talking like I don't know, chapter 297 going on 300. It wouldn't surprise me in the slightest if we end up in 2028, 7 years. That's when Witch Watch starts winding down, which I feel like is a pretty sizable amount for a series. Like 2 years time, Witch Watch starts winding down. But anyway, yeah. 5-year anniversary of Witch Watch, and of course it gets the front lead page and everything, and also a colour page. So this is chapter 237 titled Bone Crisis Part 6, and the colour page is awesome because it's showing like all the pretty much the major players that are going to be playing a part in the arc. So we've got like all of Morihito and his group, and also we've got Shikimia, who is in very cloudy grey, very cloudy bluish darkish colour. So pretty cool colour page. So anyway, we continue on from the last chapter where we have Miyu saying like, oh, Khan is taking such a long time, so me and Momo will go and check out the casino and get this plan sorted with Kiriko, where it's going to be like, okay, we are going to distract her. We're going to swap out her drink for a booze drink, which means that she's going to pass out, and that's when we'll be able to take the bone. So Nemu, you stay here and keep an eye out just in case anything happens, and we'll leave communication open. If anything happens, we'll be coming right back here. So as Momo and Mirio go into the casino, we see Kikirio just playing about with her games, and they don't know what her ability is, and pretty much don't know anything about it, except the fact that she's a gamer, and looking at her, like, she looks like a normal girl around Momo's age, and it said that it's sad for Momo to think that she didn't learn to use her magic the right way. Like, she fell to the dark side quite quickly, and it is true. Like, if most of these warlocks had the proper training, had somebody there to care for them, they probably wouldn't have even gone down the path of warlocks. But they continue on and saying, from where they continue on, as Mio says, like, oh, you think that this is the right way? Who's to say what that is? And I do like this introspective from Mio as well, of the fact that, yes, from our perspective, these guys are the bad guys. They're looking to resurrect Drew, take over Nico, and start another war that happened 1,000 years ago. But to them, we're the bad guys. Like, we're coming into their domain here, trying to destroy their dream, and they're even sneaking around like fiends, trying to steal the bones that they treasure. So I do like this perspective of like Miu seeing it like, oh, it's no clear. This is good guys, this is bad guys. Like, it's kind of like two sides of the same coin. They have different perspectives going off for each other. Whether or not they want to take it like, oh, you're the good guy and the bad guy, that's up to different interpretations. And if Horatius returns and flips the world on its head, that will turn right and wrong upside down. So in the perspective of if Drew Horatius gets resurrected, in their eyes, like, the witches might be seen like, oh, they're the bad guys, the warlocks are the good guys in that situation, and that is why they have to win. So I do like Miu's determination of like, okay, yeah, there's no right and wrong answer here. We both have different conflicting opinions, and whoever comes out on top is potentially going to be the right idea. So I do like that idea that he had going on here. And also they want to maintain like the beautiful past. They want to hang out with friends. They basically want things to go back to normal before any of this happened. So as they are going over the plan of like, okay, we're going to get her drink and we're going to get her drunk, Mirio says like, oh, it would be handier if you could simply teleport the booze right into her system, but you can't exactly get a look into her stomach without effect. And Mo will give like the proper reaction there, like, seriously, dude, why do you have to say such gross? Yeah, that was gross, like, of the fact that just looking into someone's stomach and finding like, oh, that's the perfect way to get the booze in them. So yeah, that was pretty gross, movie. I don't know where you were going with that. So anyway, as as Moa prepares to teleport them, like the plan goes off without a hitch. Like this is basically what happens. Like they get the drink there, she starts drinking it, and yeah, it goes off without a hitch. Now the fact that it's gone so easy for not one but two of the like that again, it's just like giving me the idea of like, okay, something bad is going to happen, something bad is going to happen. And of course, by the end of this chapter, something bad does go happen. Like the manager I was sympathizing with at the end of the last chapter, but now in this chapter, oh no. Can't sympathize after what she does at the end of this chapter. But I digress, getting way ahead of myself. We need to get through what in my opinion is probably the weakest part of the chapter, and it takes up quite a bit of the chapter. Even me and Pydrams agreed, like, yeah, this went on for far too long, as we see Agro going into the hall where Charmy and Keigo are still there, so they can't exactly grab his bone right now, because again, they really don't have any clear idea on what his ability is, and they can't even fathom a guess, because it could be anything. It literally could be anything, and if they just go in there charging blindly, then they are pretty much screwed. So they're going with the fake plan again. They're going with the fake Maverick by using Sump again, basically to try and gang him out in the same way that they got out with Dory before. So Charmy goes on and says, whoa, yeah, it worked out once, but did that go to your head? Do you remember how close we were to basically blowing it, especially with Dory? And they probably assume like, oh, Agro is much more intelligent than Dory, so he's probably not going to fall for the tricks, especially when Maverick is sounding like an American, and they probably don't even know, like, is he American or is he just Japanese? But yeah, Keigo says, oh no, it doesn't matter. Some can do a much clearer impersonation, even though Charmy brings up the fact that, yeah, his appearance is still blurry as all heck, as some takes on the appearance of Maverick, and they're like, okay, here we go again, as we have Sump of Maverick saying pretty much an American style joke, which is, my wife said to me, dear, it's trash day, take the trash out. So I took the trash can out to the street and went back inside, and then she said to me, why did you come back? Okay, I'll give them credit that is like, even though it's kind of cliche joke, I do appreciate a joke like that. Like the husband, like, oh, I'm gonna take out the trash, and then he comes back and it's like, why are you back? Like the husband was the trash. So okay, that's a cliche American style dad joke, but it's a joke that I can get behind, because it does actually work, and it is pretty funny. But when you start going on with jokes over and over again, like, yeah, it really did lose its momentum. One or two jokes could have worked fine, but yeah, this part drags on for way too long, as we have Charlie saying, what is that? What Carl meant when he said America? Is this actually gonna work? As Keigo's there, like, yeah, I have no idea, but it's probably gonna go wrong. As Agro is like, oh, yeah, no. Why are you saying jokes, like, even though it is very you? So yeah, it is working on it. Like, are these warlocks just susceptible to American style jokes that can be impersonated by everyone? Like, hey, who knows? But yeah, Agro says to Sump as Maverick, like, yeah, but didn't you say you were just gonna have a few drinks alone in the bar? As Sump as Maverick said, yeah, it's kind of hard to say that Sump as Maverick all throughout this chapter, but he says, a shot glass isn't the greatest partner for shooting the booze. I don't even get that joke. Like, I don't drink, so maybe that's kind of like my fault that I don't drink, so a joke like that really doesn't work with me. But yeah, so again, like, continuing on, Maverick, sometimes Maverick says, besides, I've gone dry, not going to touch another drop, giving up alcohol is the easiest thing, I've done it 100 times. Like, seriously, like, these jokes, like, the first one was okay, and now, like, we're getting into the drinking jokes here. It's like, seriously, like, am I missing something with these jokes? So continuing on, Agro comes to the conclusion, like, oh yeah, Maverick is probably drunk here, and he just straight up asks him it, as Slump as Maverick says, I'm not drunk at all. My vision is totally clear. I can see all 4 horns on your head. And at this point, making fun of Agro's appearance, that's not going to be a good sign for anyone, as we'll soon find out. As we have Kago saying, "What the heck?" Slump is writing off these jokes like he's on stage. Before Charmy says, "Well, he's a big fan of Hollywood movies." Okay, that makes sense. But seriously, like, I think you need to get away from Hollywood-style movies and watch some more independent comedy movies, like Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz, Spaceballs. Okay, I know that's not a Hollywood film. Monty Python and the Holy Grail. Like, watch more films like them, Slump, and then come back with like more clever material rather than these stupid jokes here. As he continues on and says, "No, it's not like I'm messing with you or anything. I swear on my mama." Oh, well, okay, I'm sorry. As we have Charmy and Kago still giving commentary, like he's starting to sound like a Japanese dub of one of these movies, and he is taking this, like I said, taking this too far to the point that I feel like I know I was kind of like, okay, just get on with it. I don't know how much Party Jam's just skimmed over most of these parts, but I can tell, like, I was like, okay, how long is this going to go on for? As as Slump as Maverick says, you're one hell of a show guy, Agro. You aren't even looking at me. Come on, don't be selfish. And okay, I do like this point here. Like, it's deliberately designed for Slump to be as annoying as possible, to the point that even the characters in the series are pointing out, like, Slump, stop now. You're going too far. This is actually getting annoying. As he says to Agro, it's like you're a priest stuck in a strip club. Like, what are you even saying? Like, exactly what Charlie said. What are you even saying here? As he continues on and asks about the horns. Like, is it some kind of bike helmet? No, they're just a hair accessory. And at this point you can just see, like, Agro just being like, okay, no, this is going way too far for me. And we see a flashback to the bullies that Agro had to deal with when he was younger, when it's like, okay, now it's really starting to piss him off, and it's like, you were making fun of me. As Slump as Maverick is just blown away by that and literally throws it in position, and Charmy even brings up, like, it's something holding him like that. So we realise now that Agro's ability seems to be like telekinesis, so he might be the telekinesis warlock, or the mind manipulation, or the mind warp warlock. But I'm going to go with telekinesis because it seems like the most likely idea, where he's able to just lift furniture and just shove it right in Slump Maverick's direction. As they realise, okay, this is an emergency. We need to get on the comms right now. As Charlie brings up, like, this isn't typical telekinesis. There's something else going on. So, like, it's similar to telekinesis, but it's not. So, I don't know, like, what kind of ability is similar to telekinesis, but at the same time is not? So, as the comms are going off, we have Nemu say, like, Kago, what's going on over there? Is everything all right? As Charlie says to Kago, like, should I recall Slump? As Kago says, like, no, that's the worst thing we could do in this situation, because if Slump as Maverick just disappears right now, then Agro's gonna know that something is definitely up here, and if that happens, then they will essentially have to fight Agro, which, since we didn't get Dory versus Charmy, although we might actually get that. Now that I think about it, given what happens at the end of this chapter. We might still get the Kago and Charmy versus Dory fight that I so badly want in this arc. I really want. Please, if there's one thing coming out of this arc, it's been awesome so far. I mean, this has been kind of like the roadblock here with all the Americans, but it's been awesome so far. So just give me the Charmy versus Dory versus Kago fight. That's all I want. And again, Dory's presence as well, the antagonist, would have been far more impactful if he was like sprinkled more throughout all of part 2. I've said that before. I think that was a missed opportunity on part 2's part, but I digress. So now they're in a pickle, like, do they fight or do they sit tight here? Because, like, basically Slump as Maverick has just insulted Agro, and now he's unleashing his ability. And if any of those furnitures, like, get pushed back because of Agro's ability, then they are going to be spotted, and then they will have to fight him regardless. But anyway, we're coming back to the casino when Kigyo is passed out from the drinking, as they're able to get the soul box, and they're like, okay, I'm sorry we'll have to take this, but they did not expect the plan to go off this smoothly, which means that yes, something fishy is going on here. The fact that it's been so easy for the good guys so far to get these bones, when it's all part of the villain's plan, like, yeah, something is going on here. Like, I've actually got an idea of what it could be at the end of the shot. I've already bought it over party jams, but I'm gonna bring it up when we get to the end of the chapter. So yeah, Momo says like, oh, I'll let you clean up the rest, Mirio. I'm gonna go and find Khan. Before Mirio says like, okay, where in the world has he gotten to? So she sent Cheeky to look out and search for him. So he's on the Stern Terrence, and yeah. And Mio's just like, oh my god, what do you think that Tengu thinks he's doing? But yeah, no, he's in for quite a bit of a ride, Mirio. You just don't know it yet. So now we get to the moment. We get to the moment of the chapter where it's like, when I first read the show, it's like, oh, that was not good. So we cut over where Momo is teleporting herself to where Dory, the manager, and Khan actually, as it's still in the same position from the last time when Khan looks like, oh, he's ready for a fight. He's ready to fight Dory for what he did to the manager. Although whether or not Dory did that on his own, intentionally on his own, or whether it was part of something else, it was part of a bigger plan to get Khan to feel sympathy for the manager, that remains to be seen, as we'll soon find out. So we have Momo spotting all of this, just seeing all this going down, and she's like, Khan got spotted. Is he actually going to fight right now? And then we see the black fizzes from behind Mo, where she's like, and you just see like the shocked look on her face. So it's like she's looking shocked, Khan's looking shocked. It's like, what is Momo doing here? Momo's looking shocked, like looking at Khan. As I do like how this is revealed. Like you don't see the manager fully changed completely until after Momo brings it up. So as she's seeing this, like she's like visibly worried, like, oh my god, this is bad. He needs to get out of there ASAP. Look out, the woman behind you, Khan, she's a warlock. So yeah, it's not surprising it's not a surprise that the manager turned out to be a warlock themselves, although it is still pretty awesome the way they revealed this twist. It was a twist that we all pretty much could have seen coming, but again, still pretty cool. But that's not even what the coolest part of this. The coolest and most favorite part of this is that not only is the manager a warlock, and we still don't know her name. We still don't know the name of the manager. We might find out in the next chapter. Here's hoping that we do. But for the moment, she's just Dory's manager. But yeah, what she ends up doing is taking out a knife, literally doing stabbing Khan in the back. Symbolism. Am I right? But yeah, this you just see like the changed expression in the manager's side, and it seems like her scar from before, it's sort of like molding into a dark depressive state. So yeah, that's where the chapter ends. So honestly, aside from the American jokes, this was a really awesome chapter with a great reveal at the end, and potentially leading to a Khan and Momo versus the manager fight, and then we get the charming Keigo versus Dory fight. Now the question is, what kind of warlock is the manager? Now this leads into my, like, I assume like, okay, she's the true mutator warlock, like she was the one that actually mutated Dory, but at the same time that led to his emotions getting out of control, which led to the abusive relationship that they had. Or that could be a possibility. Or another possibility is that she's the illusion warlock. Like, all that's, or the emotional warlock, like she's able to play with people's emotions, get her on her side, or she could be both, she could be a combination of the two. But yeah, the illusion warlock, like she shows someone an illusion of what she wants them to see. Now, whether or not that pertains to Dory, because the fact that we don't see Dory in his mutated form, that I assume like Dory is still the mutate. If I'm going on with this theory of her being the illusion warlock, like he's still the mutated warlock. Warlock, but she only shows like what she wants them to see at that moment in time. And also, this could lead into the idea that, yeah, the bones that they've been collecting are not the real bones. Like, I feel like Shikimia has been a little bit one step ahead of them, because he knows that he's absolutely aware that they've been coming. So he's probably planning for them, like, okay, they're going to be coming, they're going to be trying to steal our bones to prevent us from catching up. We need to do something to prevent. We need to think about everything, and they probably thought about it. They probably thought, like, yeah, what if they use their ability to try and steal our bones from them? Like, so I get the feeling that they have planted fake bones, like the bones we've seen, like the bone they've collected from Kikiryu and Maverick and Kikiryu, like they're all fake. Like maybe Kikuryu's is the real deal, but the others have been fake, and Shikimia just gave, like, oh, the real bone to Kikuria, because he kind of suspects, like, yeah, Kikuria was going to betray them, so it's kind of pointless for him to proceed with a fake bone. But anyway, yeah, so that's what I believe is going on here, why it's been so easy. Like, the bones that they've been destroying are not the real bones of Jewel. They're illusions created by the Dory's manager, who might very well be the illusion warlock. That would be an insane twist, because then that way you don't know who you're attacking or who you're not attacking. Because we've not had, illusion magic, that's kind of like a standard fare. I mean, Aizen in Bleach has illusion powers. Mysterio in Spider-Man has illusion powers. Like, so again, why can't Witch Watch have illusion powers? Because then, that way, it could be the case of, like, oh, you don't know who you're attacking, you don't know if they're a good guy and bad guy. Like, it just plays with your mind, like, illusions like that. So, I'm going with that theory that the Dory's manager is the illusion devil, it's the illusion warlock, and, yeah, what happens from this point, where we actually go from here, that remains to be seen. But, anyway, guys, wow. What did you think of this chapter? Let me know. Like, subscribe, comment, all that jazz. And this will be Lasherluke signing off. Later, guys.